He is the leader of the opposition sa kay Pangulong Marcos. Habang nandito siya, merong tatakbuhan ang tao, no? Na father figure, opposition figure. At you must remember, nung pagbaba niya sa pwesto, he has a very high rating, no? Trust rating. At maraming nagmamahal sa kanya. Kaya, yung nangyari sa kanya ngayon, this was planned. This was a strategy. And those who planned it and strategized it were willing to face the consequence.
Opo. Attorney, dako naman po tayo doon sa isang taon na po ang lumipas, magmula na po after po nung illegal nga po na inaresto si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Ano po masasabi po ninyo dito, Attorney?
Supreme Court, Korte Suprema, end it. End the division of the Filipinos. May mga matatalinong Tinklawan, may matatalinong Dilawan, may mga matalinong DDS, may mga matalinong PBBM supporters. But the Supreme Court has to put an end to that particular issue, whether or not the arrest of former President Duterte and bringing him to The Hague without passing through local court is in order or in accordance with the Philippine Constitution. Did it follow the basic human rights of Tatay Digong, the right to due process? Ganun lang ba ang buhay ng Pilipino pwedeng ibigay sa mga dayuhan para doon litisin?
Po, sir, ano naman po masasabi ninyo dito na parang tila mas importante pa sa palasyo yung issue ng EJK kumpara doon sa karapatan ng ating kababayan na isang Pilipino na nandun sa isang bansa, dayuhang bansa po, Attorney?
Personally, no, all I can say, no, yung issue na sinasabi nilang EJK, there is no national policy, no, during the time of President Duterte na naging polisiya niya pang-nasyonal na patayin ang mga drug pusher o drug addict. There is no such national policy on his part. Hindi rin natin mapagkakaila that there were deaths that happened. There were killings that happened. There were assassinations that happened. But hindi natin maituturo kung sino yung pumapatay at kung may involvement ba yung gobyerno. Now, why do I say this? No. Nung panahon ni dating Pangulong Duterte, nung administrasyon niya, yung ating mga BJMP, Bureau of Jail Management Penology, na mga prisons, puno, mga 70 to 80%, no? I may be wrong, no? But my estimate is 70 to 80% of our jails drug-related. May relasyon sa illegal drugs. Punong-puno yung mga kulungan. Buhay naman yung mga taong yan eh. Kasi it is a national policy na patayin ang drug pusher at drug addict. Dapat hindi yan kinulong. Dapat patay yung mga bilanggo na yan. There would have been mass killings, but there was none because the killings cannot be attributed to a national order by President Duterte. It could have been done by men in uniform or by the syndicates na takot sila na mabuking o malaman ni President Duterte yung kanilang involvement sa sindikato. Pinapatay nila yung kanilang runner o yung kanilang mga contact sa underworld. Hindi ba natin inimbestigahan yan? Siyempre matatakot yung kung may mga corrupt na pulis o sundalo na yumaman sila dahil hindi sila satisfied sa kanilang regular na sahod. gusto magpayaman as protector. Binibigyan sila ng protection money. Nung pagpasok ni Pangulong Duterte, edi kinabahan sila kasi merong strong campaign against illegal drugs. Baka ituro sila. Anong gagawin nila? Edi it is really possible na sila yung nagpapatay. But there was no order from the President na patayin ang drug lords, drug pushers, or yung mga addicts, because punong-puno nga yung mga kulungan ng mga preso na drug-related. Yan yung aking obserbasyon. Now, regarding sa priorities ng government natin, dapat lang naman imbestigahan ang EJK because it is wrong. It is inhuman na papatay without the law allowing it, and it is inhuman, illegal na magbibigay ka ng hustisya without due process. So our Philippine government should exert effort to investigate EJKs that happened during the time of former President Duterte, and even EJKs that continues to happen. Now, yung pinaka-question lang naman sa pag-aresto kay Pangulong Duterte, bakit hindi dito sa Pilipinas pinailan ng kaso, at bakit hindi dito ilitis si Pangulong Duterte sa harap ng mga Pilipino? Because dito nangyari ang mga EJKs, at kung siya'y tinuturo na mastermind, dito siya litisin sa ating sariling bansa. Lalo na hindi naman natin masasabi na iwa-whitewash yan, kasi hindi naman sila magkaibigan ni Pangulong Marcos, who has the control over the DOJ, over the NBI, over the PNP, over the military. There would be a fair proceeding pag dito sa Pilipinas. Because wala talagang karapatan ang ICC at jurisdiction over the person of former President Duterte, dahil nag-pull out na nga yung Pilipinas sa kasunduan to be part of the ICC, and the ICC prosecution failed to initiate the case within 1 year as required by their own rules. So what is my point? Am I saying that former President Duterte is innocent of the charges? Under the Philippine Constitution, he is presumed to be innocent until proven guilty. Does it mean na hindi na imbestigahan si Tatay Digong? No. He should be investigated. But the one that should investigate him and prosecute him and judge him, dapat ang ating kapulisan, ang ating NBI, ang ating DOJ, ang ating korte, yung dapat manungkulan at maghanap ng ebidensya at maghatol sa kanya kung talagang may kinalaman siya sa sinasabing EJK.